This video serves to document the beginning of my adventure apparel slash clothing company. We're going to call it Inner Circle. It's a name that was created by my dear friend Levon Demerjian, one of the most talented artists that I've known, and my best friend from high school. Thank you, Levon, for that. I appreciate it very much. I think it's a beautiful name. I think Inner Circle is beautifully visually as well as having depth and meaning. And so thank you. A bit about myself is that I'm a lifelong adventurer. I was born wanting to escape and to get lost and to adventure and to do it in the realest way that is possible, to truly travel and to learn about other cultures and other lands. And I started that as early as I could, from the beginning of high school, but I could even go before that, and I could say that my skateboarding days were a parallel in adventuring and exploring my community and the boundaries of my community. Had some good days back there with my friends. I grew up in Los Angeles and skateboarding, going over to Huntington Beach and then to San Diego, San Francisco, California. I'm lucky enough to be born in the birthplace of skateboarding as well. But I also continued in life. I went to Israel, where my dad was born. I went to Europe, and I studied abroad, and I just had to know about Europe and our Western history, civilization. And after that, coming back to the U.S. and having to work hard and earn a living, just enough where I could save enough money to travel the Americas. And I bought a motorcycle, and I went through the Pan American Highway down south through Mexico to Brazil, and just backpacking it and just getting my fix in the realest way possible. But that's where I find myself now. I'm here in Southeast Asia. I have a small family, and I'm back at a point in time in my life where I need to earn a living. And the truest way that I know possible to do that, the truest way where I can generate income, but do it in the most authentic way that I feel inside me, creatively and also meaningfully, is to make things that would improve my adventuring experience. And I found three simple ways that I've been thinking about a lot for a while now. And that's hats, knives, and backpacks. Those are the three go-tos that I always have. Whether I'm on my motorcycle or my boat, I jump off, I need to do some inner city exploring or even mountain exploring. You need to have your backpack, you have to have your wallet, your cell phone, you got to have a knife on you at all times. And as well as being outdoors, you need sun protection and good sun protection. This is essential to preserving yourself. To preserve, the sun is beautiful, but it can kill you, and you got to protect yourself from the sun. There's no need to take unnecessary UV exposure. And so, as you see, I'm wearing one of my favorite hats. Now, this is just a cheap Chinese bought hat. It's something that it's the closest thing to what I envision possible. But let's start with my hat collection. This is just full of the hats that I've had over the years. And none of them are great, but they do the job. And they all, as you see, have flaps on the back. This one, I tore it off. This one is a certain version that they have, kind of like an Asian style version. This hat was kind of popularized with the Japanese military hats that had this flap in the back, which is essential. But I've never seen any manufacturer do it right. This is from my Del Rey Yacht Club hat. That was a pretty good one, but they're never made with good materials, and they're never made with the right cut and materials, and it needs to be done right. And that's where I'm coming in, not only for myself, but I want to share it. I also want to share just some things from my past. This is a bag I've had since I was 19, 26 years ago. And I had this in it's an American-made bag, actually, military certified, but it was being used by the Israelis. And it's a canvas bag with a very good zipper, which is essential for any bag. And I've been using it, and I still use it till this day. This is where you can just load it up, and that's good for going overseas on a plane, because you can also squinch it down into a smaller size where it fits the airline's code. But then you see, I love bags. I try my best to find them. North Face, garbage. This is a Philippine made, which has good manufacturing, pretty good material. They're using the ripstop material, and they use YKK zippers, which are good standard, but not even close to what can be considered good, in my opinion. There's another bag, and there's another bag, and I love bags for all purposes as well. Here is my sewing kit. I even have bags for that. And there's another bag for my sewing accessories. As you can see, only the best in there. That's all UV bonded line and threads. And also I have over here just a collection of materials to make things with. And I know already all of the different fabrics that are available, and I continue to search for more. But it's essential for the hats and the things that I'm going to be making that they are UV resistant. The threads and the materials, and they're thick enough where even if they do degrade a little bit, they're going to be lifelong. Usably. And so also the next thing I want to make is a knife, and here is one made by Leatherman, and it's okay. You know, they have some good things. I love the can opener, and you must have a latch as well, so that's a double use. The decent knife, not big enough. It needs to be at least 3.5 inches, or at least 3 inches. This one's like 2.5. That's nice, and I do like it also has a removable bit, so you can switch between Phillips and flathead screw here. That's excellent. I love that feature. It also has the pliers, which is also essential with a cutting blade part to it. And you have your smooth grip and your rough grip plier parts end. Unfortunately, the mechanism on this thing broke where it opened and closed, and Leatherman do not live up to their return policy or lifetime protection policy, because I wrote to them and they're not going to help me out getting another one. And there's a clip on this which I like, and this is kind of quite simple, but it's missing some essential features which I'm going to add, features that are going to make this many times more useful. And I'll make it simpler, and I'll also make it stronger. And it won't look as fancy as this, but that's not the point. It'll be more functional, stronger, longer lasting, superior in material. And so that's the knives that I have in mind to make. And I'm going to make all of this stuff handmade, by the way. Now let's talk a little bit about backpacks. I love backpacks. I like that they ride on your shoulders, and that you can be real mobile, run and be active, and everything is going to stick with you. Unlike a handbag, and you can load them up when you need to, and but also you want them to not be too big and cumbersome, and then you don't want too many unnecessary features. Like, I am not a fan this waist belt and all that. You rarely ever use it, and it's just always flapping everywhere you go. So I always cut those off whenever I buy a bag. It looks cool, but it really doesn't have a good usability. Perhaps this one right here is okay for the chest strap, but that's really more of a mountaineering feature. But I'll probably just leave the chest strap alone. The bottom strap, not enough, because I'm talking about a general adventuring, global adventuring. If you're going to climb a mountain, get a mountain bag. Mine is going to be more for urban / outdoor / sailing, motorcycling, Euro traveling, South America traveling, Asia traveling. Just an all-around bag, something that you're going to have for a lifetime. You're going to use it up until it's threadbare. But you need those threads to be the right threads. You need the materials to be the right materials, and most essentially, the design. The design has to be spot on. And let me tell you, my friends, it just doesn't exist. These are some simple things. And they need to be designed where you can load them up. So it's no big deal, the big one. The big pocket, anybody can get that right. This main big pocket right here, right? But then here is where they always screw up. They always give you 2 cup holders. Hate that. Nobody runs around with 2 water bottles. Nobody does that. 1 water bottle is enough. And on the other side is where you can really utilize that as far as functionality. And it's not done. It's not thought of, because people are the people who are making these and the people who are using them are not the same people, and there's no communication there. It's been watered down with mass Chinese production, and so I'm gonna bring it back down to the basics. I'm doing this handmade, and this is just my beginning video. I'm thanking anybody out there who's even relatively interested in what I'm doing. The name is Inner Circle. This is my family.
Hi.
This is
TJ. And I'm Ria.
and they're definitely going to be part of this the whole way through. Tilly is going to be a backpacker maker when she grows up, no doubt. Thank you guys for supporting me. And okay, this is video number 1. Also, please leave your thoughts in the comment section. I would really like to know, before I actually start designing, what I can do to help incorporate other people's ideas. What are the most common complaints by the users out there? Like what would you like to see in your bags? And I'll definitely love to read those comments and take that into consideration. Cheers, guys.